In this video, I want to talk about the most popular tint shades I use for my business. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Wayne from Fade to Black. Like I always say, thank you guys so much for rocking with the channel, supporting the channel, hanging out in live streams, man, giving me so many ideas. I'm learning from you guys, and I'm trying to help you guys as well. So I appreciate all that. I appreciate the super chats. I appreciate the super stickers, man. Thank you guys so much, man. We're creating the Faded Nation, and we're rocking it. We're doing our own thing. But in this video, I wanted to kind of talk about the shades that I use for my business, my most popular shades. Now, you guys can look down on my channel and see I have like a 40%. You know, I like to try different things here and there. I ordered 30%. You know, sometimes I use 15%, but these shades behind me are my main shades that I like to use. I like to keep it simple, and I don't like to overwhelm people. I don't like to overwhelm myself, because if you have a bunch of different shades, then that means you're gonna have to have a bunch of different inventory in those shades too, and keep track of all that. So I like to keep it simple, and I like to use the basic main shades in my mind. I mean, some people like to use 18%, or sometimes people ask you for like a 27% or something. Like, no. I like to keep it really simple. You know what I mean? The most basic shades that I use, that I found that match well and work well for the vehicles that I tint. Now, if you have a certain film manufacturer and you like to use like maybe like an 18% for front match, or you like to use 15%, that's fine. It's kind of like your own choice, because maybe that goes along with the film brand that you're using. For the companies that I use and the brands that I go with, I like to use these main shades. So I'm gonna talk about each shade and just give you a reason why I think it's a good shade to carry for your window tinting business, and also for my customers. I generally start out with carbon, all right? But some of these shades can be ceramic. So if you wanted ceramic on any one of these shades, I can provide that. But I'm gonna start off with the 70%. The 70%, yes, is the lightest one. The 70% I always do in ceramic. I don't even bother to carry, 70%, I don't even think they make a carbon 70%, but I always do 70% in ceramic. I feel like this is a good film for windshields, for sunroofs, for going over the back side of your SUV if you just wanna add more heat protection. I mean, you can have this 70% on your windshield. No one will even know it's there. It's gonna filter out 20-some% of light, but it's gonna filter out the UV rays, and it's just gonna help block a lot of heat coming into the vehicle. The windshield is the largest vehicle in the car, so if you can add some heat protection, it will help keep your vehicle cooler. So that's why I carry 70%. Like I said before, I also think it's good in the sunroof. My sunroof in my car lets so much heat in that I don't even have my sunroof open in the summertime, because it just roasts me. But if you want to have that glass and you want to have some light in your car, you can put this on your top on your sunroof, and it will help keep your car cooler and reject some of that energy of heat coming into the vehicle. All right, so the next shade on the list is 50%. Now, I like to use 50% in my business for windshields, okay? I like to recommend customers use 50% for full windshields. There also are times where people wanna do legal limit and they wanna do 50% on the front, so that's fine. So I will use this. I generally don't do a whole car in 50% because most people just don't want that. And I generally don't go over the rear or use 50% for anything else. But 50% in a ceramic is awesome for the windshields. It'll cut back some of the glare, and it will help keep the vehicle cooler. So 50% is what I use a lot for windshields. All right, so now we got 35%. 35%, a lot of people generally do want 35% for windshields. I mean, I personally think it's a little bit dark at night, but it is very popular for doing windshield. I probably do more 35% windshields than I do 35% on cars. With that being said, there are some people that want to do Wisconsin limit, or there are some people that want to keep their sedan smoked out and get it tinted, but they don't want to go too dark. So then I recommend them put 35% on their cars. You know, 35% in Wisconsin on the rear half of the vehicle is a legal limit. So you should be good with that. And then I just say, you know what, go ahead and do 35% on the front. You shouldn't have any issues. It'll keep it nice and smoked out, clean and classy. I always try to tell my customers. So 35% is what I keep, like I said, to stay within that, to stay close to that legal limit and keep your car smoked out. If some people really don't want to have too much trouble, I recommend 35%. All right, then the next shade is 20%, all right? 20% is my most popular shade by far. I'll do 20% on front matches on trucks. I'll do 20% on most of my sedans. The sedan that I just did today is 20% sides and rear. So 20% is just the film that I always use a lot. Now, 20% carbon is pretty much that main line that I use. I use a ton of it. But 20%, if a customer wants 20% in ceramic, that is an available option. Like I said, all these in ceramic are available options, you know. 50% windshields I like to do in ceramic so it can block out the heat. 70%, like I said as well, I like to do in ceramic. All these I like to do in ceramic for windshields. You gotta carry every shade in a ceramic, and then you gotta carry in a carbon, because those are the two film lines that I use. So I use a carbon and I use ceramic. Ceramic is always gonna be my upsell. So all these, like I said before earlier, are available in ceramic. The 20% is this hands down, I go through it a lot. I always am rotating my 20%. So I start baseline 20% carbon, and then I can go up from there. So that's why I always have 20%. It looks good, it's a nice dark shade. People can generally still see out of it well. Even if you do 20% front match, it's so common, people generally don't have issues. And I also use that 20%, like I said, as a front match because I think it matches pretty well. Now, from the outside, it matches well. From the inside, looking out, it might not be perfect, but it's hard to get that perfect balance of putting a shade on a car that's gonna make it look similar or perfect with the OEM factory glass. But remember, on an SUV or a truck, it's not tint back there, it's privacy glass. The darkness is inside of the glass. So we're putting a film on the inside, and it's not gonna match perfectly 100%, but we try to just do the best that we can. So 20% is what I've been doing for years, and most people don't have a problem. So that's why I carry 20% with my business. And then the last shade I use is 5%. Now, 5% has gotten really popular over, let's say, the last few years. I never used to even carry 5% when I first started doing it because no one wanted it. You know, generally the younger guys, they want to do 5% on their cars. They want to be pitch black, super dark. Some dudes want to do 5% over the factory privacy glass, and I do that a lot. I just did a sedan in 5%. People want 5%, so lately everything is about that darkness, man. You know, it just is what it is. You do it, you roll a dice, and you hope for the best. But I carry 5% now. Like I said, it's not as popular on sedans. 20% is my most popular, but I do a lot of 5% on trucks and some sedans. But 5% for visor strips is very popular. I do all my visor strips across the top of the windshield in 5%. So I generally carry a 20-inch roll. I'll cut it in half and have 10 and 10, and I'll use those for nice strips for visors. So 5% is definitely a shade that I have to have in my business nowadays. Generally, I don't do that in ceramic. You know, most people just want a carbon 5%, but a little while ago, I did a brand new Dodge Ram truck, and he wanted 5% ceramic, so I got that in for him, and we did his whole truck, sides and rear, in 5% ceramic, not the windshield. But that's what he wanted. So ceramic is always available. Like I said, most of these are carbon, except for the 70%. The 70% is ceramic on this lineup right here. These are the most popular shades that I have in my business, and they all have specific reasons. You know, like I said before, 5% visor strips, 20% mostly on sedans, 35% to stay legal, 50% for a lot of different windshields, and the 70% for a lot of windshields as well, and he helped keeping the car cooler. So if you like this content, man, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell so you not miss any notifications, and I'll be back. And do not forget, Wednesdays and sometimes Sundays, we are rocking the live streams, guys. So check it out, subscribe to the channel, and get over there when you have time and vibe with us and hang out, and we'll be talking about something tint related on the live streams. But I'll be back when I get another video when I get time. But until then, man, stay faded. Peace.